Hello, everybody. It is Cindy Branson, and we are here tonight. It's another Friday night broadcast, and I want to share with you another screen. So here we are. We are going to be looking today at the Builderall agency opportunity. And what that means is what Builderall has done is basically giving you a clean-cut way to build an agency and service clients within your own back office. So you no longer have to go through the process of signing them up, explaining Builderall to them, having them pay you as well as a monthly fee for that hosting and using the platform. Now you are able to take in that cash flow and charge them directly. So what does that mean? Let's get over the how here first. So what we are going to do is define a agency first. Okay. So what is an agency? An agency is basically a strategic company. They're creative and design. They have technical development for basically screen-based products and services, and taking clients into a brick and mortar store as well. So that can be their digital presence, of course, their website, their funnels, any engagement tools that they have, their creative, their social media, basically their entire online brand. Maybe it's educational products they provide, maybe it's information they provide, maybe it's that plumber that you're just driving clients to. Either way, the digital agency uses digital tools to drive clients to your customer, basically the company, and do it in a way that's engaging and fruitful. Of course, that's always the end goal. So what Builderall has done is they've allowed, this is how we're going to break it down. I know on my screen right now, we're showing the funnels a little bit, and we're going to get to that. But the breakdown of what they are doing is basically you sign up, you are the agency, whether it's by yourself or you have a company, whichever way it works, you only need one account. You have one premium account. Okay, so you are going to end up paying $69.90 a month for your premium account. That is going to come with all 40 tools of Builderall. And that's everything that they have. Absolutely everything that is to come, everything that gets upgraded, all the advances that they make, you are now grandfathered in to that $69.90 price. Okay, so what happens next? You have a client. Okay, now that client, you want to keep everything clean and have folders basically for every client. So Builderall now has given you the opportunity to create a sub account. So now you create a sub account, you end up paying Builderall $5 for that sub account. So now instead of $69, you are going to be paying $74.90 per month. But the joy of that $5 is they are telling you the minimum you can charge your client for that space, for that hosting, is $19.90 a month. You are now pocketing $15 a month, $14.90 technically. But you could also charge more. I know many people that are charging $50 a month because they are including their additional services in with it. So that's going to, the pricing and the structure and the full service that you provide will determine your price. Okay. So maybe you have a restaurant and that they are going to do daily menu updates or daily specials, or a store, a boutique that's going to have a weekly clearance sale and they want to have adjustments made every week to their website. Well, then you would include maybe your 3-hour charges or 4-hour charge, or however long it's going to take you each week to make those changes. And you end up charging them on a monthly basis to keep the billing simpler. Now, maybe it's $200 a month because you're putting in a couple hours every week to update their site, but you still have their base. The other thing about the hosting is that you have, what do you have? You have 2,000 emails with this, the sub account I'm referring to. You have half a gigabyte of space. You have the Cheetah Builder, the blog, and the super checkout. Okay. They're the tools that come with the sub account. Now, you are already a premium member. So tools such as maybe the digital magazine, you decide, or the chatbot, great tools for engagement, great tools for lead generation. You decide to upsell them on one of those, but their account doesn't have it. The joy of being the agency, you now can create that magazine on your account. Then you can iframe it and give it a separate link that uses it on their account. Now you have the ability to upcharge for more hosting. You have the ability to upcharge for the product itself, the creation of the product itself, possibly the distribution of that product, the follow-up of that product when people opt in to receive it. So the opportunity here that they're giving us for $5 is almost limitless, because you are the agency. You don't want that client, you don't want ABC company on Main Street that you're working with to necessarily even know that you're working with Builderall. They don't need to know that. They just need to know that you are providing the service that you are supposed to provide in a quality manner, and that it's a high-speed website, and that it's not going to come down, and it's got your security certificate and all those things that they know they need. Maybe they don't even know that much. So they don't need to sign into this account. You should never honestly, I would never advise giving them access to this account, because they hired you for a reason. And just like the doctor that might be performing surgery on my leg, I'm not going to question what tools he's going to use. I'm just going to say, please do the surgery. Just like website design, just like on all the digital tools that you're going to be using. They don't need to know where the tools came from. They just know that you're an expert in them and that they're going to work. Okay, so that's the how of it. That's how you create that client list, and that's how things keep so neat. Because this is what I did a year ago when I started. They didn't have this opportunity. So with the premium count, you do get 15 domains. Okay, and that's still true. You get 15 domains, and so I would get a client, and sometimes they would want to pay for Builderall on their own, and sometimes they wouldn't. Sometimes they really just needed one little simple site, and I felt bad to charge them $20 a month. So I said, you know what? Let me put it on my account. It's good. We're clear. And I kind of worked it into the price of the website itself for the first year. And then if they renewed with me for that second year, then I said, okay, let's get you in on your own account. And then they understood, and it was almost a break-even point anyway. That eliminates that. And now in my back office, it's nice and clean. So with the sub accounts, they're titled, they're labeled, every product and graphic and picture and everything that I need for that client is in that section, in that folder per se. So I don't have to go into opening an entire filing cabinet with a mess of all the papers and all the files of every client. Now it's all nice and neat and organized into sections for each client. And it's very much more efficient. It saves me time. It really does. So, and it just keeps it cleaner. And for the $5, it's $5 is nothing. It's pennies. You're never ever going to find this anywhere. Nobody's doing this. ClickFunnels isn't going to do this. Wix isn't going to do this. Nobody's going to do this. But Builderall is. Builderall is, because they have the family man at the helm of the headquarters, the CEO, his Eric Salgado, and he wants to make sure everybody succeeds. He wants to make sure everybody has every single tool that they need. And they've gone through some growing pains. If you've been around, Builderall has now just relaunched 4.0, and they have had a lot of feedback since they started. And just like anything, just like the first iPhone, you don't look at the first iPhone and look at today's iPhone and say, well, why didn't they just come out with this one to begin with? No, it was a process of building something, getting it to work, having feedback from their clients, That would be us, the users, and then taking that feedback and making the product better, making it more efficient, maybe getting faster servers. They are constantly doing server updates because now it's very exciting. We just passed 300,000 users on Builderall, and they're constantly upgrading their servers because of that, because they don't want the quality and the speed to lack. One thing that they do is speed. Cheetah, they are the fastest websites that you could possibly find. We've done live tests. You can check our live video I did with Chris Chezar. I did a follow-up video about the importance of speed test. Speed is very important, especially for websites and especially for mobile and mobile optimized. We haven't even gone there, but so that's what they do. They maintain the quality. They're not the cable company that says, well, everybody's on it, it's just going to be slower. That's not how this works. They are constantly upgrading. They're constantly adding CDNs, they call them, which are around the world, so that things can get cached, so that way the websites work faster. Okay, so let's get into the nuts and bolts of what you get if you decide to be an agency and start an agency, because this is an amazing opportunity. If maybe you have a little bit of design, maybe you have a little copywriting experience, a little design experience, a little graphic experience, social media experience. Maybe you don't have any experience in this realm at all. That's okay. Maybe you were a salesperson and you're good at talking to clients. This still could be a great opportunity for you if you want to start working from home or working remotely, or a combination of those two things, or whatever. Sometimes I know some people are doing this that have like shared office spaces just so that they can get out of their house sometimes and do their work. But here it is. It's an opportunity that you can grow at the pace you want to grow at. You can be successful at your own rate. You're not going to get anybody else rich doing this. It's going to be you. It's going to be you and your pocketbook. It's not going to be, the bosses or the managers or somebody else's that's going to get the bonus based on your labor. You're going to get every bonus that you deserve. You're going to get every fee that you've earned. That's how working for yourself works. Now, let's go into the funnel club. Let's talk about the funnel club, because one of the things about becoming an agency, if you know you're going to go into Builderall to be an agency, then the no-brainer, absolute 1010% no-brainer, is to go and become a funnel club member. The funnel club membership gives you access to over 400 templates and funnels. So these funnels and templates are going to drive your business so that you technically don't have to build anything. So that's where no experience comes into play. You don't need to design or decide on color palettes or fonts or graphics or how to connect mailing blast. It's going to be done for you with these funnels. So there, of course, with anything, there's going to be some setup. But if you really wanted to do this, you could do this without experience. That's how simple this process can be. The funnel club, this is well, I have the funnel showcase, so we'll start here. The funnel showcase is an incredible space here because I have it snapped. So let's make it bigger. I hope this works. Did it work? It didn't work. Sorry, guys. Bear with me for a minute. As you know, from probably if you've seen even one of my videos, I have a technical challenge part of my brain. Sometimes things don't work. All right. So until I can truly test this, because I don't have my phone up and I don't want to make you wait for me to look at that, we'll just keep it on the mobile view. And this actually is a good feature and important to point out, because what I did is I snapped my two screens, because I'm just working on my one laptop right now, and I'm able to snap the screen, and my Builderall site is responsive to that. So it's almost as if it was the size of a tablet or a pad, that would be, everything lines up in a nice, beautiful column. And instead of the website version where you have to squeeze things in, or go up to your Zoom and take it down, or scroll over to see rest of the things, this is mobile responsive. And same thing happens on cell phones and different size screens, that it'll adjust automatically. And that is a beautiful thing, as I've said so many times, a beautiful thing. Okay, so what they've done here is, we're just going to stick with the top here. I talk about dentists now and then, so it's kind of one of my go-tos. So the Funnel Club is a funnel, and they have all different niches, from mechanics to salons to yoga. There's just a ton of them. And the dentist here we're going to use as an example is, you get the funnel. So this is what the funnel looks like, right? This is what somebody would get. It does have the Builderall at the top. And then, calling all dentists, have you not been getting many clients lately? And it goes into explain what is a funnel and why it's great for their business, how it works. And it asks them, hey, do you want this? And they say, yes, I do. This is great. I'm loving this. There's that's a little big, but where's my beautiful graphic that I usually come up with? Oh, it's not in this funnel. Okay, but basically what you're doing, and there's a graphic for this that you can use too, is you're taking a website, and it's like a laptop, and it's got cobwebs all over it. This is an existing website for 90% of companies out there today. And it's just sitting there. It's like a brochure. It's stagnant. Nobody's updated it in a while. It's a lot of text, and there's probably 10 different fonts and 15 different colors, and things aren't branded the way they should be. They might not even have the right logo on there anymore. Things like that. Now, instead of it just a static website that's just a brochure, you are going to create engagement. You're going to create leads for them, true, authentic leads. And that's what this explains. Okay. So then, now that's your funnel that you're going to put out. So who do you put this in front of? You need to drive traffic to this, right? In order to have dentists see it, you need to drive them to this so that it pops up somewhere they're going to be, to have them say, hey, I saw that and I want that. And they click on it and contact you. Builderall has done this work for you too in the wonderful funnel showcase. They've actually given you the target, and they've given you possible ad content for that funnel. Now, of course, you could edit it according to your specific area and locale and so forth. You could even, if you had a list, or maybe just one or two specific ones, you could actually customize this and make it sound like it's a letter to them. You could actually put their name on it at the top here and say, dear Dr. John, dear Dentist Joe, whatever, this is what I'm doing now. Let me show you how this can work for you, and personalize it, and you'll get even higher conversions without a doubt. All right. So you got your ad, you got your funnel, you got your ad. Now, what else is Builderall giving you? In the Funnel Club, they have given you the social media. So I'm gonna open this up here. It's a zip file. It's gonna take a second. I'm not sure how many are really in this one. So let us open this up. So you have two options. They've given you two pieces of social media content, and one of them is for Facebook, and the other one is for stories. Well, I guess they're both for Facebook. You can interchange them though. You could use this for Twitter or LinkedIn even. And oh, you can't see that, can you? Okay, you can't see that. So basically, the JPEGs I opened up were the same as what's in the ad here. It's the two dentists here, to win a machine to attract patients. It's that graphic. Okay, and you get two versions of it, two different sizes of it. So they've given you that too. They've given you the funnel, they've given you the ad copy, they've given you the target demographic, and they've given you the social media graphic. All you have to do is get it out there and drive traffic now. Put it as a Facebook ad, put it as a LinkedIn ad, put it as a Google ad, Bing ad, Taboola ad, whatever your source of traffic is, that you have everything you need now. You just have to drive the traffic and then take in the leads. And those are for every single niche, like I said. All right. So let's go to what else do you get? You also get, where am I at? Hold on. Sorry, let me open up another tab because I don't want to close that one just yet. I can close this one, I guess. All right. So we're going to go to affiliates. And then we were in the funnel showcase. All right. So now we're going to go down to the funnel club now. All right. So, oh, this is great. You have an onboarding section. I don't want to really get into there. So let's go to the niche funnels. These are great funnels. So just like the funnel showcase where you're going to target separate businesses, maybe it's a lawn care, maybe it's a mechanic, maybe it's a car dealer, a car rental. There's many of them out there. Okay. And we are going to go, okay, so very similar. As you can see, they have dental on top. Let's go to a different one here. Let's go to the photographer. And again, download this funnel. We can take a preview of it in the window and see what it looks like. Make sure we like it. Okay. And then once I download it, it pops into my back office. And I'll show you that area briefly too. So you can see there is definitely a congruency here to the funnels, but they're all niched out and they're all ready to go. They all have congruency to them without a doubt, with the photographs, with the colorings, and with the easy to read fonts, whether you're on desktop or on mobile. And I'm just going to try to go through this a little slower. I know you can't see 100% of the screen, but pretty close. I just know it's a little small. Okay, so I want this funnel for my business. Boom. All right. Now you can actually make this as their funnel. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's beautiful. Okay. So now we're back to, you have your affiliate link. All right. So this is, you send this link is attached, and we show you how to do that. It's very simple. I'm not going to go through the actual technical process of it right now. But it's basically linked to you. So what does that mean? That means if you put this in front of somebody and they click on it and they say, I'm going to buy Builderall, now, boom, it's already cookie to you. They actually come in under you. Now you're going to make a commission off of their membership. So now, even though you're the agency and you have the capability of building the websites, you may just want to do this because you're going to attract clients that are more do-it-yourselfers, that this system, Builderall, can definitely walk them through building their own website, but most of them aren't going to have the ability to do all the things that they're really going to want to do with the system, or possibly the patience of doing it, or knowing how to connect it. So that's where you, as the expert, you're already in their back office now. You're like their sponsor. Your name is there saying this is the person. And then when they contact you, you can say, that's great. I can help you out. And this is my fee. So it's another way to make money. And sometimes it can just be sleep money. Sometimes I've had it where they've contacted me like pretty much immediately because they're like, yeah, I don't want to even touch it. Just do it for me. And then other times it'll be like months and months down the road when they're trying to do something that's a little bit more technical with Mailing Boss or sending, social proof or doing something on those lines. So that's another avenue, though. Now you have a different tier, a different type of client, but it's still all in the same realm and the same services. Okay. So now agency funnels are funnels to also get you more traffic and more clients. But as you can see, there are different types, and you'll just see it's, it's for you. So we're not going to go through those. And then what else? Oh, let's go through the chatbot funnels. Chatbot funnels. Oops, I already had the tab over for this one. Chatbot funnels. There's over 30 of these. And they say it's funnels, but they're actually templates. Okay. So they're called funnels because it's a funnel for the end user. It's the funnel for, in this case, the animal care clinic or the art gallery. It's their funnel. You are using it as a template. It's already built for you. It's already there and ready to roll for you to use. All you have to do is edit like their company name, their company address, their hours. Maybe they want to drop their logo in the graphics area, but not necessary. But this chat bot will then be connected to their Facebook, and it's meant to walk them, the visitor, through the process of engagement, asking and helping, just like a receptionist would that would answer a phone at the front desk. Now it's 24/7, which is huge because this has become a 24/7 world that we're living in, and everybody's relying on digital sources to contact and communicate now, now more than ever, especially now. So, and everybody's on different schedules now. So sometimes people do want to get in touch and find out information, or let's say maybe it's a chiropractor. I believe we have a chiropractor on here. Let me scroll down. Maybe I'm wrong. That was one I built. That's right. Okay. So yeah, let's take a look at the cleaning service, shall we? All right. So connecting. So now what it's doing is connecting my Facebook. So it's giving me a space to look at it and see how it's going to work. It's not actually on my Facebook, but it's just a place for me to look at it. All right. So you can see I've done this before. So, okay. Welcome, Cindy. Hey, Cindy, welcome to our company. That's where you obviously would need to do some editing and put their company name in there. It tells me a little bit about the company, and I'm a chat bot for the page. So it's identifying that, just so that some people get turned off, think they're talking to a real person and don't understand, why, whatever, they're not getting a personal answer or something. But that way they know, being upfront, being transparent. All right. So that said, what would you like to do? And then there's 3 choices. It's a funnel. What do you want to do? I'm going to lead you through the process, as opposed to here's a brochure. You decide what page you want to read first. I'm telling you where to go. So do you want to learn? You want to learn about us, book now, or services? So let's click on the first one, about us. Okay. So about us pops up, and it's a little slow because I got a lot of stuff running here. So it just like that. There you go. It tells me a little bit more, another picture, a little graphic visual. Okay, let's check out your portfolio. Who have you worked for, maybe, and jobs you've done? How detailed do you get? And that would take us to the service page on their website. That's why it's defaulting here, because I don't have it hooked up. All right, so let's scroll back up, and the same thing would happen if I click services. So the idea would be that there be a service page on their website, an anchor, that would take them directly to the service page. Okay. And then you could also do a book now that could take that to a calendar. And the booking app, it's in Builderall. All these tools, anything I'm going to say, any tool that you think I'm throwing in here, it's in Builderall. It's one of the 40, I assure you. Booking app is amazing. So this is especially for services like these, for salons, nail places, hair places, anybody that, even chiropractors. Again, I'll throw that one in there. You make the appointment, and then you can actually do a checkout if you choose to. That, it's not mandatory, but you can have a checkout in the booking app that allows them to pay prior to the appointment. So it's a way to have an extra confirmation to the appointment because it's paid. So especially like I know here, we're still on a lot of CDC guidance things right now. And so salons and things like that are very socially distanced. They have not as many chairs in there, not as many stylists, so you're not getting as many options to be able to walk. You don't have an option to really walk into a place anymore and just say, hey, I'm going to go get my haircut today. So if somebody makes an appointment and then just decides not to show up, they've just actually lost revenue. There's nobody that can walk in. So there's nobody to replace that person that canceled at the last minute. So it's not fair to the client. I mean, it's not fair to the salon, right? So making the appointment and paying up front is becoming more of a common practice so that it's that extra confirmation. So services like that. My nail salon has done it. It's becoming very common now when you're making appointments and having them be paid. And that way too, I mean, it actually is more comfort level for the person paying, because it also lessens the transaction time. So I don't have to hand my credit card over and have somebody else touch it, or cash, or have that face-to-face of being at a register with or without plexiglass. So it's a safety precaution too for both sides. So it's another way to look at it. Okay, so back to the chatbot. So you have 30 of these right now. Now I said right now with the funnel club, you have 400 templates and funnels. That's just growing. That's going to be over 500 by the end of the year. So come the holiday season, Santa Claus or whoever gives you your gifts in the holidays, he's going to come along, or she's going to come along and say, hey, here you go. Here's another 100 for you to work with. And boom, there you have them. But the good thing is about the funnels, they're very easily interchangeable too. So let's say you had a car rental, but you were renting buses, you know, or something like that. You could easily change and convert the photo out or the headline out, and everything else would pretty much still line up and apply to, you know, on how the funnel works and things like that. So these sources, like, you really don't have to design. You don't need to, like I said, have that eye for pulling graphics in and having color matching and the font matching and all that. It's all done for you. So the value of these, if I paid, even if I like went to Fiverr and I paid somebody that I had a good chance of getting it back the way I wanted it, I'd still probably pay a couple $100 for one of these. That's how valuable they are. Now I know the guy, he's over in Europe, that actually built these 30 for the Builderall company. And we call him, he's Wasili. We call him the Chatbot King. He has special training on just these chatbots that will help you if, like, you want to be an agency and you want to specialize in these chatbots. You could do that too. Let's go back to the list. Where's my list? So like churches, conferences, you have 30 here. And like I said, like the veterinarian, it could be a veterinary hospital, or maybe it's veterinary care, or something like that, that they're pretty interchangeable. Music teacher, maybe singing teacher, things like that, that they're very close to another industry that you could double one up and just make a couple of edits, maybe change the picture, and it would be good to go. But they're going to continue to add to these too. So, you know, I know Wasili, he spent a lot of time on these and they're worth a lot of money. He valued them at between 250 and 500 because, of course, you know, pricing structure is different across the world. But he said, no matter where you are, you should not be selling one of these for less than $1,500 to an end user client. So you just sell one of these and you just basically not only paid for your entire year of Builderall, but you also made money. That's how quickly you could grow an agency from ground zero. Let's say you don't have a single client right now. You've already just sold one of these. You walk into the pizza shop, you can sell one, and they don't need to have a Builderall website. That's the beauty of it too, because with the chatbots, it's all code. So you can just give them, say, okay, here's the code, drop it in. And on top of that, we showed you how it would look on Facebook. Well, all you have to do right here. Now there's a couple of steps with these. I mean, it's not like easy peasy. There is a little bit of a learning curve, like anything and everything. But so there's the flow that you have to download it with this button, and then you upload it, I believe, to the flow. I've only done this once. So, and then you can make your edits. When it's all said and done, you get your code for Facebook for the chatbot, and then it says, oh, do you want a bot for your website too? Because it's slightly different. It's a different code. And you say yes, and it gives you the second code. So it's like a 2-for-1. So now the client doesn't need to know that though. The client just bought a chatbot for their Facebook, and you say, okay, you know what? Well, you want to upgrade? I'll add the website one for half price. Now you just made more money for pushing a button and putting a code in because it was already done. And it's so amazing, the value here. It really is. You don't never underestimate the value of what Builderall is giving for their premium members, but especially for this Builderall Funnel Club. Really, really amazing value. Okay, so what else? What else? Let's see. What else? What else? What else? What else, Cindy? Okay, so we did that. I'm going to close that. We did that. I'll close that. Oh, I'm running out of tabs to close. We did that. We closed that. All right. So that, oh, let's go back to, this is beautiful, the training. Okay, so maybe you are so spanking brand new that maybe you were a teacher that retired too early, or a nurse that just doesn't want to do it anymore, or a store manager that just, I don't want to wear a mask anymore. Whatever your reason for wanting to do something new, maybe you start this as a supplemental job to what you're already doing. Maybe you say, I'm all in, let's just do it. I'm going to work it for 40 hours a week, just like a regular job. You will be up and running in no time, I promise you. And there is so much training here for you if you're really new. You're new to maybe this one right here, the mindset of how you have to think a little bit. And Alvaro is a great guy. That's Eric's son. He's a good guy. He's very smart. He's the social media strategist. He's a funnel specialist. He's got his niche and he knows it. He'll teach you how to drive traffic and do Google ads and things like that. So the training, and let me tell you, it's all included. Everything that you see, with one exception, that my dog is banging on my door right now. So give me 1 second. Just keep looking at Alvaro. Yeah, hello. Come on in. You want to be on the live? You want to come say hi? Come here. There she is. There she is. Where's she at? Oh, there she is. She wants to come in. You can never say no to the doggy, right? Doggies are good. Doggies make us happy, right? All right, I got to go back to work. Because this is my job on a Friday night. All right, so back to the training. The training is spectacular. So this here is just one aspect of it. This course, I think it's 5 or 6 lessons. Here we go. This one is 5. So we have mindset, we have website structure, website design, getting clients, and the approach. So he goes through a nice course here to teach you. And I want to say, I think I've only gone, I'll be honest with you, I haven't watched them all yet, but I think each video was, the 3 I watched were in the 15-20 minute range. He goes through a nice mindset. He goes through how to structure, how to stay efficient, how to stay organized when you're doing structure and design. Great tips for when you're new, so that you're not just, sitting down and saying, okay, I got to build a website. And then you got to, you always want to get all your pieces of the puzzle and then put them together. Is so much easier than saying, okay, I'm going to put the puzzle together here. Now let me go find the pieces. One thing I learned, that was a lesson I needed to learn last year. All right. So here it is with, Alvaro going through the classes. He is just one of the teachers though, because not only do you have this class, which is free, this course, you also have, you have 5 different niche trainers. Okay. So niche trainers, and they are for local businesses, for information, for physical products, for MLMs, for multi-level or network marketing, and did I say product launch already? And physical products. I doubled up one of those. So there's 5 of them, and what they have done is, and I'll show you, they have also created beautiful e-courses, and these are brand new. They literally, I think, came in about a week ago. So here we go. Let's go. You're going to be working with a lot of local businesses. So let's go into the local business one, and we'll see what Bridget did here. She is great too. She's constantly just giving you extra tips on everything that you're going through as you go through the screens. So here we go. She says, this is what you should do first. Join the community if you haven't already, and join the business group if you haven't already. So not only does she have this e-course that she's going to take you through in a nice, structured, teachable manner, but there's also, on top of that, a Facebook group she has, and it's just for her specialty. And she does live videos 5 days a week. I mean, and so you can actually go on there and ask her questions. Now, I can't say she's going to be able to get to every single question for every live, but she does follow up. I know she does. She is fantastic, and all 5 of them are. Gene is great. He's the one that does network marketing. I've done a lot of Jackie's. She does physical products. She gets into the e-commerce. You have e-commerce included. E-commerce sites with unlimited products in your premium. Now, you can't do that for a client, but you could upgrade the client to a premium account and still build it in there for them. So there's going to, there will be some few little limitations about that where you have to work around the sub accounts that I mentioned earlier. So sub accounts really are meant for smaller businesses that are limited, but you can still do e-commerce because you have the checkout, but you wouldn't be able to do unlimited products for them. Okay. But you absolutely 100% can do it. So if you have a boutique or a craft store, or, somebody selling masks, for God's sakes, I hope they don't for much longer. But you know what I mean? So they could easily set up 25, 30 products with no problem in the sub account. Okay. With checkout. All right. So let's go back to her e-course and go to the first lesson. And then it's going to go into her introduction. And, oh, do I need to go to the big screen to see everything I want to see? I do. That's where the side panel pops up. So I just want to show you this part, and I really hope you can see it because I can't see you anymore. You'll see where all these modules are. All right. So she's going through the email autoresponder. If we open up that one only has one video, but I know there's several that have multiple sections to them. So you can see, there you go. There's a big one. Upsells and downsells. It goes through everything that you need to know there. Okay. So you can see, and there's 5 of these courses. So you'll be able to work with different clients and just gain a ton of information. It's going to be endless training if you want it. And not only that, but then on top of that, you have Tuesday night training. Tuesday night, now she's the VP of the entire company. She just very recently got a promotion. We're all very happy for her, but she's still going to be managing, I should say, Tuesday night training. Okay. Now, if you come into my team, though, here's the beauty of it. You have Thursday night training with her. So just for our team, if you use my link that's in there, you'll be on our team and you'll have direct access to Shelly. That's unbelievable. She knows literally everything. She is oh my God, and the amount of stuff she gives away. She's given us a tripwire funnel with PDR products already set to go as a gift. Here you go. I built it. And that's what you can do in Builderall. All you have to do is you can transfer it to anybody's website. So that's another opportunity for you as an agency. If you want to be a designer and builder, you could actually build the websites, create your own e-commerce site selling the templates, and then they just get transferred over through the email. It's so simple. Another great opportunity for multiple levels is the mirror websites. Mirror websites. Now, I'm not going into every tool, but the mirror websites are great for, let's say, I sell makeup for a certain company, and I'm a director, and I have 20 ladies or gentlemen under me selling makeup also. I have built my team website, but I want to give that to my 20 salespeople that are under me. I want to give them better tools to sell more makeup, because ultimately that's going to help make me more money. It's going to help them make more money. And that's what I want. I want us all to be successful. So what happens is you create this thing called a mirror website, and now you give it to all your people, but when you update it, it automatically updates theirs, all 20 of them. So if you have a special on lipstick and you put it on there, boom, all of their websites just got that special and automatically updated. So it's like a huge value, because they're not going to want to learn that tech, and you're not really going to want to learn that tech as the art director. But my website person, wow, this is like a miracle. It's magical. It's amazing. She can do it all day long. Mirror websites, another great opportunity. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. There's so many of them. It's great. So let's go to, I don't want to get into Mailing Boss. That's like one of the engagement tools. Okay, let's do it this way. Let's go to the drop-down menu. And I just want to, let's go to the builder. So the Cheetah Builder is your websites. Okay. Now that's your, there's templates, and there's even magic forms you can fill out that'll create your template. I got to hold my breath there because I got excited because I forgot to tell you something. And then there's the funnel builders. Okay. Cheetah Funnel Builder. This is a magical thing. So a lot of people have heard of Funnelytics. You can sell this tool as standalone. You could do this on Fiverr. You can do this for other agencies, bigger agencies that don't want to deal with making the blueprint. You can now make the blueprint and send it off to them and say, okay, this is what the client wants. You build it. Or they subcontract you to do it, so that you go and decide what the client wants and build it so that they can, vice versa. It's a, not only can you get the blueprint to build it, you can hit a button and it does build it. That's the difference between Builderall and Funnelytics. Builderall has the magic button that connects it all automatically. You have to go in and do some editing, of course. It's not going to have your picture and your logo and the text that you want in there, but all the pieces, the sales page, the bridge page, the thank you page, the downsell page, the checkouts, all that little maze, that's all going to be done and connected for you. It'll even have a Mailing Boss and Autoresponder connected to it. If you make the blueprint, you push the button, all the pieces fill in, and then you just have to go back and edit them and put in the pictures and put in the text. But they're all connected and working together. All right. So we talked about e-commerce. You have the ability to do e-commerce. 3-click WordPress transfers. So maybe you already are a web designer, or you have a client that has a WordPress site. You can bring that into Builderall and become the host of it. I have seen this done. I can't say I've actually done it myself yet. I've rebuilt them so that they're fresh and they're new and they're working in the system. I'm not a plug-in person. I never got into WordPress. All right. So then the chat builder, that's connected to the funnel builder, the webinar builder. So you could even, manage webinars and hold webinars, however you want to use that tool. You have a e-learning tool. So maybe you get a client that has a, just, any kind of course. Maybe there's a teaching course, a music course, whatever it is, you could create that, a consultation course, whatever it is. Maybe it's your own course that you're going to create, and whatever industry you came from. Maybe you were a nurse and you're going to put together a medic practical advice course for new moms. Just completely came out of my brain without any thought. But you get the idea. It could be about anything. And then that would be connected to a members area where so somebody would then pay to get into the members area, and they would just have to log in at that point, and you would mandate what access they have to which parts of the course. So like yoga studios, it's great for, yoga studio is one of them. And what Linda did was she allowed it to be free for the first 3 classes that they wanted to take. And they were marked, these are your first 3 are free. And then if they wanted to continue, they would pay. And I believe that it was $9.99 a month. And then they could go in and watch any of the courses. Any of the yoga classes. They had various yoga classes from beginners to chair yoga to Vinyasa to, I can't remember all the names right now, but there was very varying levels, various teachers and things like that. So it was a full, I think there was 40 or 50 that she started with, and then she was continually making videos to add to it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Here's another one. Another great money maker. This app alone, you could just sell 1 or 2 of them and make your Builderall fees for the year. App Builder. It's just that. It's a phone app, and there's templates. It's the phone app. I do this all the time. I get really annoyed. I go and say I'm going to get takeout, and I'm driving. It's like, okay, so I pull over and I see a restaurant. And I'm like, let me look at their menu, and they have a flipping PDF in there, and I'm going like this, and I'm going like this, and I'm trying to make it bigger, and it just keeps getting pixelated. I can't read their menu on the phone. It's absurd. You can build them an app, and they can even order. Somebody could order from the app, and then they could say, hey, curbside delivery, or I'll pick it up, or get me delivery. All in an app. You can build it. I know Shelly's actually told the story many times. That's how she started way back when, 4 years ago, when Shelly started in Builderall, because she's been here since day one. That's how she started, was with the app builder. And it's not nearly as sophisticated as it is now, but that's another agency opportunity. All right, so moving forward to the directory, another fantastic one. A directory is something like maybe, I'm in Pennsylvania, so I think of the shore towns or the Poconos. So maybe you want to do a directory, and you love going up to the mountains, and you want to write off your cabin stay. So you decide to go up there and build a directory for the town. Okay, so you build a directory, and it has places to stay, and it has calendar events, and it has family oriented things to do, and it has all kinds of things that you can do inside, outside, nature, skiing, hiking, all the different things that you're going to do in the Poconos, in the mountains. Maybe there's just a thing, it's almost fall's almost over, but maybe there's a leaf identification article in there, or things like that you can keep it going seasonally. Now you have it all built out, all this great information that anybody who's going to go visit this town is going to want to use this directory. It's going to give them all the information, all the restaurants, all the nightlife, all the, even up into where they're going to stay. Now you go to those local businesses and say, hey, check it out. You want an ad in here? You want to place your ad? I can give you the inside cover for $400 for the quarter. I can give you the page 32 has a dollar size ad for $100, whatever you decide to do, and you place ads for the various businesses in there. They're already maybe they have a line item. Just charge them for the line item. There's probably 300 places to stay up there. You're not going to put them all in. You go to those 300 places and say, I'm building a directory. It's $9 a month to be in here. They're going to say, okay, here's $9 a month. I'll pay for the year. It could be, if you have 100 of those, that'll add up fast. And then you go to, the amusement parks and all those other places. Maybe that's all it is, so that you don't have to sell the ads. You just sell the listing of the business. It's another way to build an agency. Okay. The Builderall booking app, I touched on this. This is basically County on steroids, we like to say. County on steroids, because you can build as many calendars as you want, and you connect them to Google, and then you also have an integration with Zoom. So let's say you do consultations and you have somebody book your 30-minute consultation. You can ask them a couple questions, and then you can say, do you want this to be a video call or a phone call? They choose video, and boom, okay, confirm the appointment. Here's the link to, well, actually, they'll get an email. Here's the confirmation, date, time. Here's the Zoom link. I mean, it's brilliant. It's so easy. It makes things so easy and so efficient. All right, so you got all this engagement with your mailing boss, and again, unlimited. With the premium count, it's unlimited. With the sub account, if you're doing it for a client, it's $2,000. But trust me, if you're doing it for mom and pop, if you're really going to do the agency and kind of do your town and be that local web designer, 2,000 is going to take, it's going to take time to get there. Unless you're pulling in, if they have an existing list, maybe the pizza shop does have an existing list of 1,000 people. Maybe they do send out, maybe, the lawyer that's getting a new website does have 1,000 newsletters that they send out. You always want to make sure it's a nice clean list if you're going to import it, because you don't want to ruin anybody's, be protective of spam scores. But normally, like, I have a realtor, we're in the hundreds. It's time consuming to get somebody to opt in, and especially if they're doing things organically. If they're paying for ads, it goes a little faster, but 99.9% of the time for any kind of a small business, they're never going to run out of space. Okay, so this is where I start getting parched. So then we go to engagement. Engagement besides mail, because, email is just sending that email. So engagement, of course, we have those chatbots we talked about earlier. We have Share Locker. That means that you can put something on, let's say you put a post on Facebook and you say, hey, check it out. I want to give you, let's go back to the pizza shop. I want to give you a $10 off coupon to bring your family in for pizza. Fantastic. I want that. Well, before you get that coupon, you have to share this. So they go ahead and share it on their Facebook feed. Boom, the locker opens, they get their $10 coupon or their free pizza or whatever you gave them for doing that. Now, everybody in their feed possibly saw it. It's a way to, it's another way to get a lead. I mean, maybe it's not a free pizza. Maybe it's free exam. Maybe go back to the chiropractor. Maybe it's a free exam or, free x-ray with a dental cleaning, something like that. But it's one of those, give them something of value for it's like a barter. They're doing something for you. They're doing some advertising for you is what it comes down to get something. So give them the gift. The better the gift, the happier they'll be. Social proof, that's where when you see things, especially like on webinars, it'll be like, ooh, so-and-so just bought this from Minnesota, and Joe from California just bought the premium plan, and you'll see that stuff pop up. That's social proof. So you can hook that up. We already talked about the bot. Social auto post. Right now, it's really just Facebook, but it's just like any auto post where you can go in, you can schedule it and have it all. So it's all in one easy platform to manage for your client. Browser notifications. Those are, like you've ever seen the up here, you go onto a website and all of a sudden it says somebody wants to send you a notification. Will you allow or will you block? So you choose to, like, let's say if that pizza shop has that on there and I say yes, and now when I'm online, they're more apt to try to connect with me. Okay. So Instagram autoresponder. So that means that, like, let's say you're managing somebody's Instagram or your own, and you do this thing where if somebody makes a comment, you have it set up to automatically say thank you, or you do some keywords that so that they get a response right away and they're not waiting. Because when I was doing social media management, I would be like, I will check your account once a day for engagement and respond accordingly. I wasn't like every time a notification popped up, I was not going to be on call. So that was, and the more they paid, the more often I would check it. But now this autoresponder eliminates the need to do that on even a daily basis, so that you can spend time other ways or charge less money so it's more affordable for the client, things like that. Telegram, we also have that integration, SSM messaging, so you can do text messaging. So maybe the shirt shop down the street says, I'm going to do a buy one get one free special Friday. So boom, you send out some kind of a text message for that. CRM, we also have a CRM, customer relationship management. So it's a tagging system. It's not like the super extensive version of Salesforce, but it will allow you to track where your customers have been on a website, like, or especially a webinar. So let's say you have a webinar. This is a great one. Let's say you have a webinar and it's an hour long. You have a thing where you are actually tagging people. If they made it 10 minutes and then they exited the webinar, they get this tag. If it was a half an hour, and like you set them up on these like timestamps to figure out who left when, and then you can track it. It's just good information. A script generator. Let's say you don't have any copywriting experience whatsoever. That's okay. Some website designers they just say, all I do is design. I'm not going to write your copy. You have to write the copy. And then, Main Street USA boutique business says, well, I don't know how to write copy. That should be your job. Well, now you have a tool to do that. It'll ask you certain questions, and then it'll actually give you like a sales letter script. You take that information and you can use it in their website. You can use it in emails. You can use it for headlines and emails, headlines and websites, things like that. So it's a way to generate copy by answering questions. Okay. So then the design, let's go into design. Here's another great agency tool. This one's huge. The Builderall magazine. Oh, I do want to show you this. I do. I love the magazine. And they give you templates for the magazine too. So let's just say, let's just start a brand new one. All right, so here we go. Look at all these templates in here for a magazine to get you started. That's Eric. That's Eric Salgado. He's our CEO. You have one for real estate. You have one for weddings. You have all a coffee shop, a magazine shop, catering, hair and beauty, sneakers for fashion, motorcycle. You have all these ones, and then these ones down here with Alvaro. These are actually made to be lead magnets. This is these are also part of his course. So he's got 25 designer tips. You can use that as a lead magnet too in one of your funnels. Local businesses, you can, and obviously we also have it. I could not tell you if that was Spanish or Portuguese, but it's one of the two languages. So you will find also that, with Builderall, you have worldwide community, which we didn't even get to that yet either. SEO best practices. So these are done for you. Let's look at this one. I've never looked at this one. They've added some new ones. Facebook, how to create high performance ads. And this is fantastic for small businesses. So this is something that a lot of them will struggle with. And it's a way for you to capture their email. And then from capturing your email, you put them on your autoresponder email list. And then maybe every week or however often you want to set it up, you do some kind of follow-up with them through email. They've downloaded this particular book, so you give them more value. Maybe the first email is the next day saying, hey, just wanted to check and see you had a chance to review the PDF I sent you, or the ebook, whatever you want to call it. And then you follow up and say, this was maybe a specific question about it. But as you can see, this is a beautiful thing. This is very eye-friendly, I call it. It's very aesthetically pleasing. And it's good information, all right? So we'll just flip through this. I don't want to But this is the magazine, and this one is like done for you. Okay. Now let me show you. I want to show you. These are some of the ones I've built. And this is great too, because so let's say I built this magazine, right? And I'm a network marketer too, obviously. I do affiliate marketing. This is one of the ones I do. I started drinking the juice. I started drinking Aronia juice, and I really loved it. I saw a difference in my body and in my brain. And so I decided to become what they call an advocate. So I made a magazine because I want to just be educational. I'm not a big salesperson, so I'm what I like to call a soft sell. So I want to inform you and educate you so that you can make the best decision for you. I don't want to feel like I ever sell anybody something that they don't need or they can't afford. So that's what this purpose of this magazine was. And I built this. This was my very first one too. And I took some tips from Jackie. I had already built a couple of websites, so I knew how the system works. So that's the other thing, the learning curve, because you have all the tools in one place. Now they're all designed to work together. They all have a similar feel, the way things flow and how you get the pictures in and the way you work with the text. So it's a lot less learning curve. It's not like you got to, go to this newsletter place and then this ebook place and then the website place. And then you have the calendar app and then you have, the PayPal checkout and you just like everything's in one spot. It makes everything so much easier, so much more efficient. And the congruency is always important with everything when it comes to a company's brand. All right, so you get to flip the pages. I like how it flips. Oh, and this is great. I think this is the next page. Nope, maybe the next one. Nope, maybe the next one. There we go. You can put videos in the magazine. Look at that. And I'm playing it. I don't want to, I'll take the volume off. But it plays, and as you will notice about this particular video is there's no YouTube on here. There's no Vimeo or whatever the other one is. This is the Builderall hosting that you also get included in your premium account. So when you get to the end of the video, there is no suggested videos or you may also like. They don't get distracted. They just go, okay, it's over. Let me go to the next page. Because otherwise somebody like my squirrely brain would be like, oh, let me look at this video now. And then I'd be, going down a rabbit hole and I'd never get back to the magazine. That prevents that. And it's great for websites too. Same tactic. You don't want to distract them with other options for them to go. You want to control the path they take and you want to control the journey of through your marketing that they're going to take. All right. So and everything's linkable. So you can embed, you can put links. So this will go to my sales page. As you can see, this 30 some page magazine, this is like the second time I've mentioned that you can even buy the juice. And then you can see down here, I've included my booking app. I've included, hey, you still have questions? Let me help you answer them. Click here, schedule an appointment. Hey, look at all those times I have available tomorrow. That's because my webinar's not showing off. All right. So, but that's my mistake because I never put it on my Google Calendar. So anyway, regardless, as you can see, this is just one of my calendars so that there's congruency of the product that they were just reading about. I have one for Builderall and I have another one that's just very general for my name. So I have 3 calendars I use. They're all connected. So if one person, let's say this person schedules their appointment for 2 o'clock tomorrow, that means I'm going to get blocked off on my other calendars. Okay. So that's the way that works. So as you can see, this will be great. I actually want to do a real estate. I might do a real estate one just for the sake of having a sample of it because I haven't done a local real estate magazine yet. And I think that would be so valuable. And then let's say you do one of these for, maybe you do one for, I don't know, pediatric doctors. And you have all these great articles, very educational, and you don't sell anything in it. And then you can take it to maybe you take it to the pediatric doctor that's down the street, and he says, wow, that's amazing. Can you put my face on the front cover? Can you put this bio sheet of me in there? And then you tell him, it's like, hey, this can be your branded magazine. Give me these three things, or pull information from their LinkedIn account, or maybe they had a published article in some medical journal, and incorporate those things into the magazine you already built. Okay, now you sold it to him. Now he uses it on his own, or he buys more things from you to integrate, to manage the leads he's going to get from there, to manage the mailing boss and the email responses and so forth. That's just another option. So that's a great option, right? You could, I mean, if you like the design aspect of being an agency, that's how you can do it. You design what you want. What are you passionate about? Maybe it's dogs, and you go to vets and do the same thing. Okay, or you have maybe the vets don't bite. Haha, that was a joke. So maybe you go to the dog food manufacturer and say, hey, check this out. Would you want to sponsor this, and we can brand it to your premium dog food or whatever. So there's a lot of options. There's another video. All right, so let's get out of the magazine. That was long enough for that. Well, we talked about that for a while, didn't we? Okay. So now let's go back to our design. We have Mockup Studio. So Mockup Studio, and like there's a 3D one. Oh, I'm on it. So they're where you actually, so let's say, especially with digital products, somebody sold a book or has an e-course, and they want to display it as if they're real. So you take it, and there's all these different things in there. Books and magazines, iPods, phones, billboards, all kinds of things that you can put pictures and graphics and logos. And I've done it for the magazine. I don't want to go find it though to show you, but that's the idea behind that. The animated video builder, the transplant floating videos, video wrapper, all these video tools are in here. The video hosting I mentioned, but they're all ways to build content and get engagement. I mean, the video wrapper and the video tool, they work wonderfully together. So you create a little social media. So maybe you become a social media manager doing this also. Or you just create little videos that are going to be used on a website or in a newsletter or in a magazine. I mean, that's the thing. At any given project, you can use 5 or 6 different tools. I mean, on a website, you'll probably use 10, 11, 12 I've used. But depending on what you're doing, you'll use multiple tools on the same project. So the video wrapper is just that. It's like a little video, and then you have the headline. The top and the bottom are usually like solid colors, and you put text in there, and it really makes it stand out, like when you're scrolling. And then the video tag tool, you can actually put a thing that says click here, and it becomes clickable, and you can send them to a website or wherever. You want to send them to a Google Doc, you can send them wherever you can send a URL link. So that's what that is. And then of course you have reports. We have a click map. This can be a standalone. This could be like a $10 or $15 sale, just doing a click map saying, hey, check it out. Let me do, or it's a great lead too, especially for local businesses. So you do on either one of these, SEO report or click map. Like if you really had a high ticket, like you had like, I want that client, you could use this, and all you have to do is put their website in, and then it'll populate their website, and it'll be a heat map, just like you see like for the hurricanes. You got the red zone, the yellow zone, the green zones. Where are people clicking? How many people have clicked? It'll have also by number if you wanted to do it that way. So maybe you've had 500 visitors this month, and this is the big red spot right here, but it's an image. Why are they clicking there? That image doesn't do anything. Well, that tells you 2 things. Either what it tells me is that you need to make that image clickable. You find this is actually the most popular way that this happens is on the logo. It's now it's becoming very standard for users to make the logo up in the corner of their website go back to the home page. Not too to go back to the home page because they're 3 pages deep into a website and then it's not working. So that's why it's like, why would they be clicking there? It's not clickable. That's an excellent example. The SEO page report, that is like, oh, because SEO is built in too. We have a fantastic, easy to use SEO system here. So SEO report is a great tool to get leads as well. I've done this like on in-person networking where if I have, I've created like a little sheet and it is just a sheet. It's like a half page and it says, hey, check it out. I'm going to give you 2 free keyword reports. Just tell me what your website is and what 2 keywords you think your website should be ranking for. And oh my gosh, most of the time they're not even close to what they think. Because a lot of times, especially when you're doing that kind of networking, like in a chamber or women's lunch or something on those business network groups, a lot of them have done it themselves, or it's very out of date, or it just hasn't been properly SEO'd. And over the years, SEO has changed a lot. So let's say, you know, I have one that was like Earth Angels, and she sold angels of every material from glass to crystal to wood to rubber bands. I mean, you need an angel, she had it. And she actually thought she should be ranking for angels. She not even close. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, and she didn't realize it's in her name, but it was a logo, so Google doesn't see the word angel every time her logo was in there. And she just didn't like. There's so many things that you're supposed to do when it comes to SEO with headlines, H1, H2, H3s. That's how that ranks, and she didn't have it. So, and the report is very comprehensive. So when you hand somebody one of these reports, they're like, wow, you're doing this for free? Because it'll actually tell them how to correct the issues they're having. So, I mean, if you wanted that client and you went in there and said, listen, I did a little analysis and here's your clickbait, here's your SEO report. Oh, and here's what I could do for you. And yeah, it's only going to cost you $700 or whatever you decide. I'm not telling you what to charge because I don't even know what you're building for them yet. But you come up with some kind of a package with a lead generator and all these things that are going to improve their leads from online presence, because everybody has a website. Everybody pays for a website. Everybody was told you open a business, you got to go get a website. So everybody did it, but nobody took it that serious. So these websites, there's so many websites out there that are just stale and old. I mean, there could be a web agency on every corner and there'd still be enough business for all of us. So that's like, we went through a lot of stuff. Okay. Now, on top of that, I want to go, where do I want to go? I want to show you something else. Oh, we got mentoring funnel club. We didn't even go through all the training. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. So this, when you come in with the funnel club, and as a funnel club member, so as I said, there's basically 3 levels of membership in Builderall. You have the free account. Now, it's like a super free account, really, because you can literally, if you're a small business watching this, you can come in here with a free account, not pay for anything, and use all these tools I mentioned and never pay for them. There's going to be some limitations like on emails and what, space and stuff, but you can use every tool. It's going to be branded to Builderall, but you can use every tool for free. And then you have your premium account. That's that $69 right now that I keep mentioning. And for the premium account, you get like 15 domain names that you can connect to it, unlimited subdomains, unlimited emails, unlimited magazines, unlimited calendars, unlimited e-courses, unlimited webinars, pretty much unlimited almost everything that you have. Okay. Now, you have all that. Then you have the funnel club. The funnel club is basically every single thing you get in the premium account, but you basically are saying, I have the intention of creating a business out of Builderall. I'm not using it for myself or for a single company that I own, but I'm going to use it for business and use the tools and charge other people for me using the tools for them, building websites, building magazines, etc. So you get the funnel club, you get all those 400 club funnels, templates, and all that great stuff, more to come. They're going to give you a free consultation. I mean, this is like a $200 value right here with one of the Builderall experts. So like, seriously, when you do this and you schedule this, make sure you use every second of that time. Have your questions ready. Don't ask about the weather and where they're living. Just ask them what you want to know about business, about building the business, about attracting customers, about what tools work best. Like whatever your questions are, give yourself some time to come in here if you're brand new and look around and decide, I really do want to go for the chatbot. Let me talk about that and ask questions about that. So it's a great one-on-one session that you're going to get from a true expert, 100% Builderall expert. Okay. So that's just another bonus included. So once again, everything I've talked about is included. You don't pay anything extra for any of the training, any of the consultations. And then on top of that, oh my gosh, I haven't even gotten to like our team bonuses. Besides having the Thursday night Shelly thing, which is huge. Let me tell you, that access to her, not too many people get that. There really aren't. And that has a lot of value. A lot of value. We were on there last night for almost 2 hours. There's it was a screen full of us on Zoom, but it was also interactive. And what she did and what she showed us, she went through her training. We're able to ask questions right then and there. She gives us not only technical answers, but she'll give us business answers. She'll give us life advice if we ask for it. She'll tell us about what she named her dog and how her cat got out. But it's so awesome because it's a relationship, and you build that up with somebody that is within the headquarters that's running the company. And even with Eric, once you get in here, if you become if you decide to go for the funnel club, then it's going to be where you are going to have a weekly meeting that you are invited to, and I highly recommend you attend. And not every single Monday, but there's quite a few of them on a regular basis. Eric will be there and he'll run the meeting, and you'll get to know him. And it's just like, that's what makes this so different, is that community. So, I mean, and not only that community with the Zoom meetings where you can interact, but you also have a Facebook community. So I've already mentioned the 5 niches, where each niche has its own Facebook group. So you really want to niche down and really go for local business, you get into Bridget's group and you go full force there. You show up every day and you create relationships, or you show up every Wednesday, whatever often it is. But if you want to make this a full-time business, it's very easy to do, and you could turn a profit extremely quickly. And it's not hard to turn a profit when you've only spent $69 to get everything that you need to run your business, besides your internet bill, but you're already paying for that, so we don't count that. Literally every tool you need to run your agency is in Builderall, and it's only going to cost you $69 a month. There's like nowhere or no other business that you can do that's going to give you this kind of an opportunity that is at this kind of a pricing structure. And there's no contracts either. You're going to lock that price in. If you use my link right now, and here's the super special deal. You ready, guys? Oh my God. I haven't mentioned it yet. So I've mentioned the $69. I've mentioned the free, but I haven't told you the funnel club price yet. Right? So you might be scratching your head like, okay, it must be a lot if she hasn't talked about the pricing for that yet. It's almost Halloween. We have a day left, but right now for the end of October, If you become a premium member, you're automatically in the funnel club. No upgrade fee. So basically, normally that would be the $199 to get started in the funnel club. You're going to get it for free because all you're going to do is pay your $69 and they're going to give that to you. And then you're locked in. No matter who you are, if you're a premium member or funnel builder, you're locked into 69 if you get in at that price. So let's say 5 years down the road, your agency's humming along, you're a little sales machine, and you're still paying $69. No matter, exception of the sub accounts, you will have to pay for your sub accounts. If you have 100 clients by then, yes, you're going to be paying $500 for hosting 100 clients. But you're going to be making so much more money than that because you're going to be charging all them $20 to $50 each instead of the $5 you're paying. You're fathered in, you're grandfathered in. That means that no matter what Eric does, no matter what Shelly and Eric decide to add to the platform to improve the tools that we already have, you don't pay another dime. That's the way he works. There's people that started in Builderall 3.5 years ago. They were, when it actually started as a JView launch, when they first started, they got in at $19. They're still paying $19. There are people that are paying $19 because they got grandfathered in. And when Eric says that, he means it. He doesn't mean it, for a year or 2 years. He's not your cable company. He's not your phone company. He's not Netflix because we just got raised on that. He's a man of his word, and he's going to tell you that you're locked in at $69. You're locked in at $69, no matter how long you have the account. And right now, for the next whatever it is, 24 hours, not even 23 hours, you can get the funnel club for free. And I hope you do. I hope you take advantage of that because there is no better deal. There really is not. Sorry, I left myself. I do these late night things. Where'd my page go? There it is. I hope that wasn't white that whole time. So get the funnel club for free by midnight tomorrow, which will be Halloween night. And after that, even if it's November 1st or you're watching this in December, it's still going to be $69 for the premium account. And it is going to end up being $199 for the Builderall account. But that's just for the first month. After the first month at $199, then you fall into the $69.90 a month. Okay, so that's the pricing structure. But they did just do a gigantic update. They just added massive features to the site, but they kept the pricing. So we all know that the pricing likely is going up next year, but anybody who is in at the price they're in at. So if you get in now, you're at $69. I got in last year at $69. I'm still at $69. They haven't raised the price in a while, obviously. So that's the way it works here at Builderall. You have a guy that loves to see people succeed. He wants everybody to succeed. He treats us like we're actually his nieces and nephews, like we're his family. And we all like each other and we get to know each other. And that I gave a testimonial for Builderall itself, and my top 3 things were the quality. The quality of these products is unbelievable. It never ceases to amaze me at how easy they work together, how much time I save because I don't have to make this app work with this website and make that mailing go out to this group. It's like it just works, and it works great together. It's designed to work together. And then it's all in one place. I love that efficiency of one place, one login, one subscription. That's all I have now. I have one subscription. No more subscription fatigue. I used to have 7 or 8 different things that I paid for every month, and it would cost me $400, $500, $600. Now I pay $69. So if you were an agency or any kind of digital marketer, you know that this is like the deal of the deal. Even if you like literally just use the webinar tool, you're going to save money. Even if you just use the e-learning platform, even if you just use the magazine builder, it's worth the price of admission. That's what this is. So come January, yes, the price is going to go up. It's going to be in the $100 range. We know that. Get in now. It's time to get in. If you're thinking about this, if you have thought that you need something to do at home, that you need to transition, that maybe whatever reason, maybe it's a health issue, a mental health issue, maybe it's a caregiving issue, this is a fantastic opportunity, because you don't need to keep any kind of schedule when it comes to this business. You can work in the wee hours of the night. You can work during normal business hours if you want, whatever time zone you're in, whatever schedule your kids have, your parents have, your dog has. It doesn't matter. You make your schedule. You want to make a schedule. You want to treat it like a business, of course, but you get to make your schedule. So, and that's huge, because so many people today are stretched in so many directions, and especially as things have changed, and they're going to continue to change, and or things are going to go back to what they used to be as far as school schedules and things like that. So that'll have an impact on families. But right now, this can be an any time of day business, because you're doing it online, and the way the funnels work, the funnels are working for you 24/7. That's where your leads are coming in. Now, yes, if you have to talk to a client, you're going to want to do that during a normal business hour, but a lot of it gets done through email now, or video chats. It's not, you're not going anywhere in person where you have to show up at the salon between 9 and 5 when they're open. So there's a lot more flexibility with that kind of thing now. So that's a huge opportunity. Or you just want to be your own boss, or you just want to work remotely, or you're like me, and I want to build something here that I can work really hard at. I do work hard, and I'm working hard because I'm building something that is going to fund my retirement, so that way I can build it up so much where I get to the point that I can stop working, but it's still making me money, just like a normal person's 401k maybe. But this is how I'm working it, because I've been an entrepreneur, and that's what I want. I want it to continue to earn, even when either I'm asleep possibly, or when I'm retired, or both. Okay, so that about sums it up, I think, for however long we've been on here. I know I've been talking a while because I am very parched. An hour and a half. That's a very long time for Cindy Branson to do a live. But it was a lot of information. It was a lot of show and tell to a degree, but we did go through all the tools, even though I didn't show you all of them. I would be very happy to. All you have to do is ask me. We'll get on a Zoom one-on-one, and I'll go through and answer any of your questions, or make a comment, of course, and I'll answer any questions, even if it's not tonight. Maybe it's, whatever day you're watching this, whatever night you're watching this. I do check those comments regularly. So feel free to communicate with me that way. Feel free to go to my website and or use my calendar and make an appointment with me if you have more questions. Because if you want to do this, I want to help you. And when you use my link and you sign up with my team, I mentioned you have access to Shelly. You also have access to Chris. He's an ambassador and a leader also, and he does massive trainings as well. And then we have one-on-one trainings, and plus I have like all these other special things up my sleeve that you'll be able to have access to, things that are like already made, ready to roll. You can use or rebrand social media graphics, video graphics, email swipes. Everybody knows the value of copywriting. If you don't know the value of copywriting, you're new to agency work. Value of copywriting is gigantic, and there's like when you get email swipes, everybody loves that. So you get like hundreds of them, and that's from the team. I mean, yes, Builderall has a couple things in there. You'll have access to like a Trello board, but it's really about that team aspect and having that extra community that's more one-on-one, it's more intimate. If you need like an accountability partner, a mentor, you can actually come to us and ask all those questions, to the point where it's like, I actually call it coaching. I will never certify myself. Never call myself like a certified business coach, but I know what I did and I know what worked and I know what failed for me. And I've learned lessons that I can help prevent you from having to learn, and just teach you the way around those so that you can succeed faster. And that's what I want to do. I want to help people succeed. I do. I like that. I love that. I love watching other people succeed. It humbles me, makes me proud. That might sound corny, but that's who I am. That's who Chris is. He's my business partner, as many people know. But that's who we are. We are pay it forward kind of people, because we just want to be authentic. We want to be real, and we want everybody to have the opportunity to turn their life around if they need to, or just pivot if they need to start over. Whatever reason you need or you have, I don't even need to know your reason. You just say, this is what I want to do. I want to get started. Boom, let's get you started. I'll help you. I'll walk you right through the sign up. If you want to share a screen doing that, we'll do that. You want help coming up with a business name? You want to test drive it on some people and get some input? We'll do that for you. To decide what you should buy a domain name, we'll tell you the best place to buy it for privacy's sake and price sake. It's just, there's so many things that you could ask. The brainstorming, it's just, we do it all the time to help people decide on what direction they should go, because as you can see, I'm so far into this that there are so many directions you can go, and you don't want to come in here and be like, oh my God, I gotta do them all. That's not going to work. You're going to get burned out very fast. There's a system to it, and a way. We want to make sure it's the best system for you. That's why we want to help. So if you need the help, we're just a call away, an email away. We use Messenger, we use WhatsApp, we obviously use email, texting. The communication, it's whatever fits your schedule, whatever. I'm not going to say I'm going to open an email at 3 o'clock in the morning or answer a text at 2 o'clock in the morning. But on a night like tonight, I might, because here I am. I'm still up. I'm still working. But you know what? I also spent 2 hours early this afternoon when it was beautiful and sunny at the dog park. That's the beauty of what you can do when you have your own work at home business. That's the beauty of it. You get to make your own schedule. I can drive my mom to the doctor at 11 o'clock in the morning when I have to, because I make my own schedule. Okay, so if you do have any questions about anything at all, about how to get started, about making sure that you get in for the special deal on the funnel builder, about anything, whatever, just let me know. Give me a comment, schedule an appointment. I'll put that link in the comments as well if you choose to. I'm sorry, I'll put it in the description, not the comments. But if you want to get involved right now and get this deal, click that link. Just click it. It's guaranteed. It's 30, it's fine. There's no contract. You're not locked in for a year. You see if you like it. And if you don't, maybe it's not the fit for you, and that's okay. But if you need a business, if you need to work at home, if you want to get the creative juices going, if you just want to, maybe you don't want it to be an agency and you just want to do it for yourself. Oh my gosh, there's hundreds of thousands of people doing that using Builderall. And with all these tools, that's how I started. I started using it for myself. And then one thing led to another. And I realized, I knew I was getting a great deal with what I was paying for. I hadn't even tapped into all the tools. That's how valuable it was. And now I'm almost ready to do my very own actual webinar, like a real true polished webinar. And I can't wait, because once I do that live webinar, I'm going to make that an evergreen webinar. And then it's really money while I sleep, because that's a 24/7 salesperson that is my face that I can connect to and answer live questions. So that's just like a whole nother thing, because I am doing it for myself while I help other people. Okay, so I hope you guys have a great night. If you have any questions at all, I'll say it one more time. Please do contact me, make a comment, or schedule an appointment. I'd be happy to. do a half hour and answer any questions that you have and see if this is the right fit for you. All right. So until next time, guys.